We're back inside of Disney California Adventure Park to try some of the new San Francisco foods. We're also going to be checking out some new Halloween time updates here and seeing if there's any new merchandise. So let's get started. All right guys, so before we start today's video, we wanted to appreciate Oogie Boogie for making his grand appearance to the entrance of Disney California Adventure Park. So let's go inside. All right, let's go inside of Five and Dime to see if we find any new Halloween merchandise. All right, we made our way inside. It looks like they have quite a bit of spooky merchandise. So if you guys are coming, make sure you come here. You get the stuff that you need for the spooky season. And as you are walking down Buena Vista Street, you can also spot a lot of the Halloween decor, which is really, really neat. It's really spiced up with these purple banners all around. Definitely putting you in the Halloween season here at Disney California Adventure Park. Look who has finally arrived here to Disney California Adventure. It is the Headless Horseman. And if you guys have not come to see him or come over here to take some pictures, make sure you do it. Even at night, it looks so much better as the light inside of the pumpkin goes up. Sorry guys, the band is about to start playing. All right, now we've made our way over here to Carthay Circle, and it looks like it's getting a little bit spooky for the holidays. Also on the other side of this, you can see some fun pumpkins. Again, just getting in the mood for this upcoming Friday for the season. All right, so we made our way over here to San Francisco Square, and it looks like the bridge is finally complete. Now you guys can walk across it, but this came out so neat. It also looks like if you guys kind of look a little bit more in there with those like wires, it has some lights. So at nighttime, this will also be lit up as well. I'd say by far my favorite decoration that is here in San Francisco has to be this jumbo fish fan looking thing that's here at Rita's Turbine Blenders, which I think is kind of cool, like a play on name with, you know, the fish on the top. But I don't know, I just think that is so cool. Oh man, let's see what else this place has to offer. So right across from Rancho Cucamonga, we have the Hamada Bot Shop. And this is actually where you're gonna be able to meet Baymax, which I think looks really cool. And then making your way over into this area, it looks like it's like a cast member only area. Maybe this is where Baymax is gonna be coming out of, I would imagine. But it looks really neat in here as well. Got some tools, a 3D printer, but this area overall just looks really neat. And moving over here to Cocina Cucamonga, looks like where the shop is actually going to be located. We have some signage that's already been put up. Unfortunately, since it's the day before launch day for San Francisco, it is boarded up, but tomorrow you guys can start shopping here. So it looks like from this angle, you can actually see the fish a little bit better. It just looks so neat. But this area is just coming along so well, and I can't wait for tomorrow. From coming from Cars Land, you can also see on the right-hand side, if you're walking here to San Francisco, are some banners. They look like they're actually painted on, not quite like posters and stuff like that, but they do all look really neat. And one thing I can't forget to point out, minus all the like cables that are running here, is the bathrooms. They look really neat. Like each one has like a character of their own. And this like mural that was painted just looks fantastic. And you can't forget the trash cans. These trash cans look really neat here in San Francisco. Again, all the areas within like the Disneyland Resort each have their own special trash can or design. So again, just the small things bring a lot of happiness. Just wanted to jump in here real quick and let you guys know we planned on doing San Francisco tomorrow and like meeting Baymax and stuff like that. But I think we're actually going to be holding off and doing more of the Halloween time, kind of like the final preparations. So stay tuned for that video. Again, Nicole and Raylani are not with me, so it makes these trips not so enjoyable, to be honest with you, just because we do all of this stuff together, and I love seeing the joy in their faces as well. But today was kind of like one of those things where they wanted me to come and just check the stuff out and kind of see like the new things and getting you guys excited for the official launch of San Francisco tomorrow, as well as trying some of the foods. So I want to thank our friend Chris, Magical Foodies, for inviting me. He's going to actually be getting us all the food to try today. So again, thank you, Chris. We appreciate your support, man, and your friendship. You're awesome. But with that being said, we're going to keep browsing around, seeing if we can find anything else that is new. And let me know in the comment section down below if you guys are going to be making it for the Baymax meet and greet or the official launch tomorrow for San Francisco. I would love to hear, but let's get back to the video. So we made our way over here to Aunt Cass Cafe, and we're gonna be trying some of the new dishes that they have. Currently, there are quite a few options for us to do, but it is the soft opening for today, meaning you just mobile order it. Starting tomorrow, officially, these foods will be on the menu for you guys to try. So let's dive into our first item. So our first item is a curry beef bread bowl. So I haven't had a lot of these bread bowls lately. I have had the clam chowder, but it's been like a really fat minute for that. But let's go ahead and dive in here and give this a shot. Looks really good. Oh boy, that is actually really, really good. So you do definitely taste that curry. It has a nice spice to it. I would say maybe it's like a 1 or 2 out of 5. Like, it's not overwhelming. It's not something you guys can't eat. It is really delicious with some of the onion and bell pepper, as well as mixing in that rice. Makes this dish really good. So in my opinion, I feel like right away when it's nice and hot, maybe even on a cold night, this would be really good. And boy, I can feel that spice right now. So our next item is chilled shrimp soba noodle salad. And it looks like it has some shrimp, some tofu, some edamame, some carrots, and some other fun veggies. And our friend Chris actually said that there is a vegetarian option, which will have no shrimp. So keep that in mind for you guys if you are on that sort of base diet. But let's go ahead and try our bite. I gotta follow what he says. He says to get a little bit of everything. Shoot, it's kind of hard to get everything though. There we go. So that is extremely delicious. I think my favorite part, besides like the noodles, is definitely got to be those little crispies that are on top. I feel like that added a nice like texture taste to it. I wasn't expecting it. Maybe I just wasn't looking at what was in front of me, but it was really good. The noodles are really fantastic. A little bit oily, but I feel like, you know, on a hot day, this is actually perfect because it's nice and cold. It's refreshing. And personally, I think the shrimp also tasted really, really well. But I would say that it does need a little bit more dressing. I think that would plus up this dish, but other than that, fantastic. So the chef did bring us out a little bit more dressing. So let's go ahead and add a little bit more in right here. Let's try that. With a little bit more dressing, let's see how this thing tastes. With that extra dressing, by far, this makes this dish that much better. Wow. I thought it was pretty much almost a 10 at that point, but now it's for sure a 10. With a little bit more of the sauce, like, knocks it out of the park, so really good. So next up is the specialty caramel cream cold brew. What a tongue twister. And the really cool part about this thing is these cups do come with a little sticker of Baymax, which this one's kind of falling apart, but regardless, it looks really, really nice. Also the whip on top, it's like a cream base. What type of cream is it? Is it just a normal whipped? Okay, just a normal whipped cream. So let's go ahead and try this out. So it definitely has that cold brew taste to it. It is a little bit like bitter, which again, cold brew, it's to be expected, but I don't know, I think mixing this all the way through and seeing if it changes anything, but it is pretty good. It definitely will wake you up in the morning, so check this one out if you guys want. I mean, especially the cup, come on. You gotta get the cup. All right, so we figured we would give this a shot on mixing it, so let's see if that makes any difference here. Yeah, it doesn't really make a huge difference. Nonetheless, it is still really good, and I am excited to see like what Nicole's reaction would be to it. In my opinion, I'd probably give like a 3 out of 5. Like it's good. And I'm not into like sweet coffee, so that's kind of funny, like how I maybe not picking this one more, but it is still really good. I think maybe I just love the black half at Docking Bay 7 in Disneyland, but try it out still. It's fun. Can't beat that cup with that whipped cream. Next up, we have a honey lemonade with yuzu parfait. Puree. I'm just gonna leave that in there. So yeah, that's what this is, and it looks. Is that the popping pearls? Is that
passion fruit?
Passion fruit and strawberry. So let's give that a whirl. Okay, that is really, really good. Wow. And I'm not a huge fan, I know Nicole isn't either, of like the popping pearls per se, but this, I mean, it makes it. It's fantastic. Geez Louise, this is good. Really refreshing. You definitely feel like you're drinking a lemonade, and alongside that with the like the popping pearls, it adds that extra taste. And it's not overwhelming. It's not like too sweet, and it's not too like bitter. So I think that like is what makes this really good. In my opinion, I'd probably definitely get this again. And next up, a dish that I'm actually really excited for, and I know Nicole is going to be also. This is the shrimp katsu sandwich. This thing looks incredible. Just from the presentation, like it already sells me, but let's go ahead and take a bite. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. This is probably the best sandwich that I've had in a long, long time. Now, you definitely get the shrimp. It's kind of like a more jumbo shrimp because I feel like it's a little bit bigger. So with this one, I think what is really winning it for me is the sauce that is on it. It has a nice, like, bitterish taste. Like, it's not overly bitter, but it just, you immediately can taste it once you bite into the dish. Honestly, I have nothing bad to say about this. And our friend Chris was also saying that the bread is obviously freshly made here. And what type of bread was it again? Potato bread. Okay, so it's a potato bread with some furikake on the top, which gives it that nice like black finish on the top. Overall, dude, this is incredible. I'd highly recommend it. Right, so another item that we're going to be trying is the clam chowder. So the difference between this one and the ones that we had in the past is this has some miso and it also has some bacon bits in there. So let's see that entire difference. So we'll get a nice little bite here. Let's do it. Ooh. So this one is really, really delicious. As Chris kind of pointed out, right away you do taste like that bacon, but you do get hints of that miso right at the end. It is really, really creamy. So imagine just your normal clam chowder here at Disneyland. Again, it's just excellent always. But adding these two ingredients really changes it up a little bit and makes it quite unique. So in my opinion, definitely get this, eat it right away when it's hot, or at like a cold night. This would be perfect as well. So good job, this one's really good. One item that I'm actually really, really excited for is the Japanese style fluffy cheesecake. This thing just sells me already. Just by looking at it, I'm just like, I really want to dive in. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll get a cherry and some of the cheesecake. It has that nice like texture of the fluff, so I like to see that, but here we go. Wow, impressive. This is really, really delicious. So for me, this is definitely worth that second bite. It is incredible. Again, it's not like, let's just think of a normal traditional cheesecake, how it's kind of dense in that way. So by them adding that fluff, basically making this that fluffy part of the title, really draws everything in. It's kind of nice and airy. I could only imagine when it does come out cold. We just haven't like tried it right away, but I'm assuming it's like that much better. But in my opinion, this is so good. The cherries on top also remind me of a family dish. They're called balinces, and it kind of gives me that like same sort of taste in a way. So if you've ever had that semi-taste like this, but this is really good. Definitely be coming back to get more. So we just finished up with the foods, and right here next to the graffiti wall next to Ghirardelli, we have these lanterns that are actually faced with Baymax, if you could see that. This is so cool. Just the little minor details in this entire San Francisco Square. It's just fantastic. All right, we made our way in front of Ghirardelli, and it looks like it is all decorated as well for San Francisco, which looks really cool. But my favorite part has got to be the fish that is on top. I hope you guys sell these. That would be really cool. I need one for my house. Okay, so inside the bakery, we can see that they are actually making some of the Baymax breads that are going to be available tomorrow. These things look so neat. I'll have to have Nicole make some of these at home. All right, we made our way over into Cars Land, and look who's here. So they have the Car Witch that is here every year, and we have the nice backdrop for the holidays, and it looks even better at night, so make sure you guys check it out. And as we look up inside of Cars Land, we can also see some of the spooky decor that they put up every year, and this actually goes all the way down to the very end. And if you look around throughout Cars Land, you can see a lot of spooky things that are also just on the sides, adding in an extra little fuse for Halloween. So don't miss it. Also, it looks like Tow Mater has made its way over here also to the Junkyard Jamboree, which again, this changes over to Mater's Graveyard Jamboree during the holiday season. So make sure you check it out. And one of my favorite things every single year has got to be these fun Cars Land spooky posters that they put out. And as you can see, there's a few different versions. And that's the cool thing about this, is not always the same. So that's one thing to look forward to. Or I shouldn't say it's not always the same, but each poster is different. That's what I meant, but these are really cool. We've made our way over here to the Cozy Cone Motel, and it looks like all of our spooky cones are available. And these things are just really cool. It always brings a smile to my face. So if you guys are in this area, you can also snap some pictures of these things as well. Also at Flo's, it's getting a little bit spooky, but look who has showed up. The Spider for Photo Ops is here, so if you guys are coming, make sure you get your photo here. So here at the Town Hall of Radiator Springs, it looks like Stanley is nice and decorated for the holiday season, as well as this wreath. And if you guys do come at night, you can actually see some stuff being lit up in here, but he looks spooky. Before we close out today's video, it also looks like the pumpkins have made their way over into the entrance of the Disneyland park. And you guys can see these fun characters. They are all looking so splendid this year. It's always one of those staples to see every single year, but I'm assuming the rest of them will be up tomorrow. All right, everyone, so that wraps up today's video. Let us know in the comment section down below if you're gonna be coming to the Disneyland Resort for the Halloween season. We would love to hear. Also, let us know if you're gonna be coming here to see Baymax. We'd like to hear that as well. But with all that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and tap that notification bell to be notified when we do drop a new video. And I wanna thank Chris. Chris, get in here. Thank you for having us, man. That was awesome. This is Magical Foodies. So anyways, with that being said, maybe we'll see him tomorrow. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And like we always say, may you always have a magical adventure. See you next video, guys. Bye.